Good morning, Malene. Sitting here at this beautiful restaurant just down to a lake, and there's a really quiet and nice atmosphere here, and there's beautiful flowers there too. And this is your which day is it?
It's the 11th day.
The 11th day. Yeah. Okay. And it will be interesting how everything is going with the process. And we have been interviewing some people about the meaning of life with them, and Loveability, and the religion. And have it been something who make an impression on you? Something you think about it? What was important for you to realize?
Yeah, we have been interviewing both Hindu and Christian people, and it's experiencing how the people some of them are going from a state where they have the religion from the parents, and it's like a generation, but use it in another way now. For example, the yoga teacher told that he was born Hindu, but now he also use it in another way. He was also going to church, and so he both like the temple and the church because how it's influenced him. So he make it the personalized instead of just putting it down on him in a special way.
But do you think he had a belief in his yoga instead then?
Yeah, he was talking a lot about how yoga is a lifestyle, and he was talking about how the old Vedic description of this lifestyle, he was using this a lot. And instead of just see that the religion has to put him in a specific way in his life, he was using what he could use and what he believes.
So maybe this yoga, the classic yoga, Vedic, how can I say? Maybe that's the way what he's believing in.
Yeah,
maybe that's so. His base. And then he can be more picky or take out what he wants.
Exactly.
In the other kind of religion.
Yeah. It sounds like he was using what was touching him and what was making him calm, and how he believes it is good for him instead of just putting it in a specific way.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and also we interviewed a shoemaker having a shop here in Kjerrumgaard, and he was also told that he was also born Christian. No, he was born Hindu, I thought. Yeah, I think so. And he was told that he was from a poor family and had a lot of problem. He was drinking a lot, and his father was very sick and died early, and they don't have a lot of money. And he told that some Christian people prayed for him, and he suddenly felt like he was getting better, and he actually said that this way of putting the Christian people and putting the Christianity into his life was changing his life. So he was also using this religion in another way, and was doing in his own way how he was feeling good about it. So now he is Christian, and his wife is also Christian, and I actually think he said that now his father is dead, but his mother also become a Christian. So he now use all this energy he has got from other people. He was using this to use it in his own life, but also get it to other people. This loving kindness he's talking about, and also give money to people who don't have a lot of money. And so it sounds like what he has become, he also is important to give it to people. So yeah, it's also a way of using this religion.
Was he talking about God?
Yeah, he was talking about how he prays,
Okay.
And how he think it's important to pray for the people who who need this energy. And he was feeling like it really had helped himself. All these people have prayed for him.
So why should he give to other people?
He both mentioned that in the Bible it stands that you should you should pay some of your money to the people when he go to church, and he was talking about how they pray in the prison and hospitals for people. But I think it was now more important for him to pray to other people than himself, because now he think that I have got something, and now it's important to give it back.
So he will give it back to him. God will give something back to him if he was doing something for others.
Yeah, I think so.
In some way it was good. It was good to be good, you know.
Yeah,
it was a good business too.
Yeah, it's benefiting himself in another way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so it sounds really like also some other, we have interviewed some women also both using the Hindu and the Buddhism, and it really sounds like people using the religion, how they believe it is benefiting themselves, and how it's give them meaning in life to use this religion. And I think that's got some impression on me, because I think that maybe India is a way back in another way than Scandinavia is. But it sounds like that now they are coming more from the personalized, instead of just putting this religion down on the head and do it in a specific way. Maybe we'll meet person who don't do it, but it sounds like they really do it in a personal way.
So what about, was the family still very important for them? Or?
Yeah, really. Yeah. I think every single person we have interviewed talk about how the family or the wives or the brother and sisters really means a lot to them, especially the parents. Also, it's like they helping each other. It sounds like when the parents have got them some life when they were adult, and some now they are growing up, and they have to give it back to the parents. So they really care about the older people, and I think it's also something I can take back with me home, because I think maybe older people in our society are really taking care of themselves. We don't help them so much, and here it sounds like the older people are very important, and they have a higher voice, and you have to listen to them, so you have to help them.
So how do we see older people in Scandinavia, in Denmark?
Maybe I think it's like they have to take care of themselves, and it's not like they are important in society anymore because they can't work and we can't use them. But I think we have to see them as wise people. They have something learned and some experience they have to give us. Yeah, so I think it's important that we take care of each other as a family, instead of just put them on an institution and they have to be there and take care of them.
Here in India, they stay at the family, the old people. Stay at the family's house.
Yeah, they stay all together and help each other, what they can help each other with.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I think that's important to be aware of this. Yeah.
Okay, so what about the Loveability?
We talk about how I can remember the yoga teacher talk about how this love, it's important to love yourself first, he said. And when you love yourself and know yourself, you can give this to other people. And he think it was very important to give it to other people, because when you feel better yourself, you have more energy and more calmness and more experiencing how this energy you can and love you can give to another person. So it's loving kindness thing, and also that, as he said, this is come back to you. When you give something, it's come back. And actually, I've also heard some study about that. When you give, it's more important to give than actually receive, because you feel better yourself when you give instead of just receiving. So it's fit very well to what he said also. Yeah.
But isn't it important, both of them, both to receive and both to give?
Yeah, I think it's important. It's more balancing between those two, instead of just giving all and you don't have energy for yourself. You need to have energy for yourself first to give.
Yeah, maybe we have more focus on what we get and not what we give.
Yeah, exactly. Both thing is important. Yeah.
So when we have more focus on what we give, it gives more love to yourself and happiness for giving.
Yeah, if you can see that you will give something and it makes another people happy, you also get happy because I helped this person and he's happy now. So I think it's important.
So that's a higher kind of Loveability.
Yeah, I think so. And it's also also sees how you really can improve this ability to love. When you give something, you also receive something, and maybe you learn to love more.
Okay. So there was, you talked about two that have changed the religion, or looked at the religion in a different way. The yoga teacher and the shoemaker. Did they do it in the same way, or?
I think the shoemaker was telling that he's using the Bible. He was maybe more religious than the yoga teacher was. So I think that he's talking about how he have to give the money. It stands in the Bible, he said. So it sounds like he was doing in his own way, but still doing what the Bible said he should do.
So it's a kind of domestic way, with rules and so on.
Yeah,
following.
I think,
yes.
Yeah.
But the yoga teacher was more what he felt like.
Yeah, I think so. What he believed in himself, and take what he can use from different directions, religions.
But I think there is a truth in this Vedic, this classic yoga, a truth about everything, how it works together. So it's more based on that truth, don't you think so?
Yeah. It sounds like he was using that a lot in himself, in his own life. Yeah.
So that's not a religion. Maybe it's a knowledge he had, Or,
And he was also talking about the spirituality. Maybe he's not so religious, but more spiritual kind of seeing things.
Yeah. What is the difference?
I think it's a kind of seeing your life and maybe have a higher meaning in life. Yeah. But not using is how the religion said you should use it. So it's not more personal. What he found
you
important.
Think more about it. What you think is the best way for
and
you.
Then if some religion said something and he could use that, because he think it's important and not because the religion said him you should do that. So maybe this is different. I don't know.
That sounds really interesting. Really,